Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Neutral. So today I'm going to be doing a flip through video for my 366 drawing challenge for the month of January. If you follow my Instagram, I did post a quick flip through on my IGTV. You can check that out if you want. Just follow me at Simply Neutral. But this one is going to be more in depth. So I'll talk about my process a little bit as well as some of my thoughts. So let's get into it. For this first drawing, I just used my Graph Gear 500, which is my mechanical pencil that I use all the time. And then I used gouache afterwards. So I used gouache for the overall drawing, and I also used it to line my illustrations. The day after and every day moving forward, I decided to use a multi-liner, which honestly I feel is the best decision for me. I tend to draw much quicker when I use a multi-liner. I do really enjoy lining my illustrations with just gouache, but with certain illustrations like this, like an everyday thing where I don't want to spend too much time on it, I feel like using a multi-liner is so much quicker, and it also adds a lot of really nice detail and shadows, and I just feel like it's the icing on the cake for me. So yeah, that's why I decided to just move forward with using a multi-liner to line all my illustrations and to add shadows. And I definitely feel like the illustration just pops even more when I do that. I did say in the beginning that I didn't want to go too much into detail, but then I just don't listen to myself. I just kind of go with the flow with this challenge, and I love that. I don't want to restrict myself. Even though I did try to make rules for myself for this challenge, but you know, rules sometimes are meant to be broken, and I just love that I just decided to go with the flow. Same thing goes with sticking with a specific color palette. I did mention in my intro video to this challenge that I wanted to just stick with earth tones, and I honestly just fell off of that maybe after day 26. If I was looking through it correctly. Like, I definitely want to stick with an earth tone color palette with different illustrations, like illustrations that I want to potentially sell on my future shop. But for this 366 drawing challenge, I'm just going to stick with the color palette that is in the photo or from what I see through my very own eyes. Now, speaking of photos, I will say that the majority of my drawings are from reference photos that I took. So a lot of the time when I'm out with friends and family, I don't bring my sketchbook with me just because I know it's never a good time for me to actually sit and draw, because I want to be present. I want to actually have real conversations. I want to enjoy the food I'm eating. I want to just enjoy everyone's presence. So that's the only exception of me not drawing on location, because honestly that's the most important thing to me, is just spending time with my loved ones and actually being there, listening to them, having meaningful conversations, and just laughing up a storm. Like, those are the moments that I love and I crave. So that's why I prefer to take a few photos and then take it back home and then illustrate it from there. So initially I was going to post every single day, and I did that consistently up until day 20. And then that's when I decided to just post once a week. And honestly, that works best for me. So the reason for that is, if you guys know me well and you've followed me for so long, then you know that I love having these breaks from social media. If I'm on social media every single day, I go crazy. So that's one thing I didn't really think about in the beginning, but I'm glad I kind of just went with the flow and then decided later on that, you know, I just want to post once a week. And I did a poll on my Insta stories asking you guys which day you would like me to post. And the majority of you guys wanted me to post on Sundays. So when I first start an illustration, I usually sketch in a continuous line. I love sticking with this method because it really helps me get the sketch down so much quicker. I look at the image and then just try to get the overall shape down without lifting a pencil. And then after that, what I do is I go in with a multi-liner, and that's when I actually really perfect the lines. So I don't necessarily follow the continuous line that I had sketched prior. That's just more of a guide for me. And I love, love, love outlining with the multi-liner. That's when the image starts to pop. And then after that, that's when I go in with the gouache. So if you notice on my illustrations, the gouache doesn't look like gouache. It's not super thick. The palette that I use, the gouache paints did dry out, so it's not gonna be super opaque. It looks more like watercolor, and I don't mind painting in that way. It's kind of funny. I haven't used my watercolor, but the way that I paint with gouache lately, it looks like I'm painting with watercolor. So after I get the color down, that's when I go back in with a multi-liner, and then I thicken the lines and I add shadows, and then I add the text. So that's pretty much how my process is. So that's pretty much it, and I apologize if this video is a little late in the month. It's already mid-February. But if you guys are doing this 366 drawing challenge and you're on Instagram, make sure to tag me. I would love to see yours. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and make sure to click on the notification bell so you stay updated with my future videos. So that's it. I hope you all are having a great day. Live simply, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!